the PDF downloads of the African Dialogues, Volumes 1 and 2 are in the links below the description of this video. Charles. Law and order are seen as restrictions from the new perspective of total freedom. But can we say that a society without law and order is unrealistic, given the dynamics of this world? It may be total mayhem. Duane responds, yes, for those people who need law and order, the people who look to the political system, they need someone to tell them what to do, and this is just how it is. So they look to the system to tell them what to do, so that they feel good about themselves, and they are obeying the ideas of others. Again, it's the old God idea. What I'm presenting is about awareness, your real awareness, and not just awareness, not just being aware of the environment and your life, because that's just your personal awareness. As you become aware of your real awareness, and just like the guides, you won't need laws and governments. The birds don't need any of this. Do you see a cat that votes or wants to vote? This is silly stuff that people create, and because people get bored with themselves and others, they create mischief and havoc, and eventually destruction. This is what all of wars are about here, the squabbling over who owns what land, whatever it might be. It comes to the point that those that want to control others may decide, or everyone may get together and decide that because no one seems to get along, we will create a government that restricts us and tells us what to do. Do you see the birds getting together and doing that? How the way the birds fly anywhere they like results in the decision to create a bird government, and we're going to tell you when and where to fly. Does that make sense? Again, it's your idea also. How it will be total mayhem. You've considered that, and it sounds like a political speech. What we have seen is what has taken place. You've noticed how those who get up on the podium and declare the laws we need to stop all the problems are most of the time the people who have created all the distortion. It's all here and now, but it's not hard to see where it all started from. It started simply from attitudes. There will always be those that want to control others. It's just that simple. And you've got a variety of people here. You get off the plane, and you're in a new place here, and wonder what to do. This is where children are looking for instruction from their parents. You watch animals in nature and how they instruct the individual accordingly, and it's about survival. Today, it's not so much about survival, it's about thrills and what people can get. What's the next thrill? And this is how things are promoted. You're in a society now, and all of a sudden, people say how they don't want any laws. But we need laws. Each person's going to decide for themselves, and when you're in a chaos society and an environment like this, where people are wanting to make sense of it, but it really doesn't, there's almost no way to rationalize what's going on. You almost have to start a new journey and start within yourself. I see the people who have made laws and have laws in society. I recognize that, and I let them be. I don't interfere. It's really that simple. Simply don't interfere. But if you have to, or you want to, buy a piece of land, etc., then you make the deal, and that makes sense. You do whatever. A generalization is how we need laws or everything will be chaotic. Again, do the birds need laws? And are things chaotic with them? Well, they have their little disagreements once in a while, but very seldomly. Sometimes seagulls chase each other because they want the fish. That happens, but it's momentary. We could get the bird police to arrest them, and the seagull could sit in a box for a while until he is nice. Things have come, and we're in a world now where we have to see it as it is. People need these rules and regulations because most people do not know what to do with themselves. They have to be told. Even with all the laws and regulations, people are still doing what they want. It's shown every day. They are driving their cars as fast as they want. They are robbing, shooting, and killing others. The governments are doing what they want. Now that we're here it is, and I see this too. What I'm referring to really is the individual's real awareness. And again, people will take it one-dimensionally, in the personal sense. I'm not advocating no laws. I don't hold up signs prohibiting laws and how it will be better for us. I don't advocate any of that. When I write or say no authorities, I'm referring to the real universes and your real awareness. Either people recognize their real awareness or they don't, and go with their created consciousness, and that's a choice each person makes. The guides can't pull people out. They can give them experience, but you, as the individual, decides how to recognize the experience, you might say. You can have experiences with REBISAR, but did you recognize what's going on with that? But even with that, it's only a step-by-step thing. The new nowness is of a particular. The isness LifeIS was what it was during Paul's time and before that. Well, now it's new, but most people relate to it according to their mind and the things that have been written and specified accordingly. But that's not the isness now. I'm always referring to the real awareness, but again, most people are going to take it in the personal sense. That personal sense is a choice each person makes, and that becomes the difference. They have to wake up to that. This is where you go through your personal self first, and you're always going through that because you're always here. As long as you have a personal self here, the physical body and the mind, which is just a receiver. It's not that your brain is smart because you've been educated. The brain is a receiver, and again, people have to figure these things out, to figure out every little step. This is where people look to what we're doing and ask where the program is, where the steps are, and what do they do. That's not it, and we're dealing with the whole of life here, like walking down the road, where you go see if there's flowers and fruit to pick, but there's no guarantee they're going to be there, and you have to find them, etc. And it's the same with this, with what we're presenting. This is the best of all times for people to take the risk, but according to their personal mind and the experiences they have, we seem so far out. The law idea is for those people that want it. It's there, and you can have all kinds of laws and restrictions, and you can see that the world loves their restrictions. We're poisoned to near death every day, and people are fine with it. Chemtrails seem a good thing to them. Wi-Fi is great, etc. And they're fine with it. So I'm not going to talk them out of it. Restrictions are a good thing to these people, but I'm always referring to your real awareness, and that's a big leap to figure that out. more so than any spiritual path, and the ideas of being a soul, etc.